Well, good morning, class. So today I'm just going and I'm redoing my ruler just so I have cleaner lines, that's all. In addition to that, if you look in the background, you'll see I have a full sheet of paper. And to make this relatively easier than trying to tape up 4 pieces of paper, I have put a lot of these sheets in the main office at the school for you to go and pick up. So go pick up 4 sheets, so that way it makes it easier to draw on. Now, if you don't want to go to the school and you have poster board at home, that would work too. Either of those will be more helpful than trying to draw on 4 sheets of paper with a seam. So I'm just almost done here. Go this way. So more or less, I'm going to have to update or redraw what I've already drawn, which might be good for some of you, and it might suck because some of you, thankfully, have already done the work, and I appreciate that. So let me just, I'm almost done. Oops, that one was a little crooked. But yeah, so we're going to continue to draw our lake cabin, and in the announcement yesterday that we will continue our online schooling until the end of the school year. Well, to be honest, that was quite heartbreaking for myself as well. I enjoy being at school. I enjoy teaching. That's why I got into the career field. So I do and will miss seeing you guys. So, yeah, well, we do what we can. All right, so yeah, I have my triangle. I was using that to double check some stuff. But I have the one that your guys was using. Here's the same ruler. All I did was just redraw it. See, there's the other side, you know, the mark and stuff like that. I wanted something a little cleaner. And it lines up on either side too. So it makes it easier. So whenever I grab it, I have marks. And I'm probably going to remake it too. But we don't need to see that. You guys know how to make one. So let's go ahead and start back at our lake cabin, and we're going to go ahead and redraw the floor plan. Okay, so we have this little step in. We're not worried about the porch. Okay, it works out nice because we have this lettering box right there, so that'll stay out of the way. Right here is our section. Remember, I just heard the beep. If you do need to get a hold of me, this, like I said, I use my phone. Get me through Google Hangout, so that way I know what you guys need. Okay, so just find the architecture class or just directly IM me. There it is. Look at that, no one's asking any questions. So there you go. Let's get started. So the first one we got here is 14:7. I'm going to draw the outline this time. So I'm going to just start up in this corner, which, there we go. And then I'm just going to go across, okay? So I had tape. I brought some tape. Oh, there we go. That works. All right. So I'm going to use this edge as my 90. So I can sit there, take my 90, right? Here's my 90, or there's my 90. Okay. I'll go this way. And I'm going to line that up. And very lightly, I'm going to actually use drafting pencils. Now, if you want a set of drafting pencils to use, I can send them to the office as well. You just have to let me know, so that way I'll have them there for you. If not, just regular pencil will work. Oops. I'm just messing myself up here. Okay, and once again, I'm using the HB because it's a hard lead, so I can draw nice and soft. Now I'm drawing a little harder. Well, you still can't really see it. I was trying to draw a little harder, but instincts took over of that line. So I'm going to go ahead and continue that line, and I can use this nice longer straight edge to continue that line. Okay? And that's driving me nuts because that's crooked, we know. Alright. You know what? We're just driving me too nuts. I'm going to come down and measure this off. I'm going to go half a unit there, half a unit there, or I guess that would be 1 unit there. Okay. Can't do that, obviously. Okay, can't do that. Where's my 90? Well, I could just do that. Hi, how about that? And I'm going to try to draw this darker. That's a little bit darker. Okay, I'm liking that better. All right, so the first one is 14 units, and I'm just going off of these. Each one of these is representing its own unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm just going to put a little mark. Okay, the next one is 7 units, which is the bathroom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then the next one is 14 again for the bathrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly draw a 90. Sorry. Draw 90 down for each of those lines real quickly. Just to help give me some marks. Oops. Okay. And oh, boogers. You know what I did, guys? I used that edge as my count off. So what does that mean? My house is right on that edge. So I'm going to move everything over 1 unit. I'm doing pretty good today, right, guys? All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna number these real quick because I need 14. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, whoops, okay, golly, guys. 19 is over here, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm just gonna go there. All right, so I'm gonna come off of that line right here. One full big one, and then we're gonna go 14 from there. Okay, and then I'm gonna go 7. And I'm going to go another 14. And that line doesn't go far enough, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and darken in the house line. Actually, what makes it easier if I grab a soft lead pencil. And that's now, normally you want to do all your soft lead. This is an 8B at the very end because what will happen is that's going to get smeared. But I want to make sure that you guys can see it well enough. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down along the kitchen side as like I did last time. Okay, and I went from that edge 1 unit. So I'm going to just come down and I'm going to make a couple small hash marks, just so I know where I'm keeping that edge. Okay, now I can sit there and lightly draw that construction line. Okay, I'm a little off, but we'll fix that right here. This is why it's light. Okay, so now it comes down a total of 33 feet. Okay, so left, right here, that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 on the end. So we have to go one more than that. Okay, so this makes it easy. We just come right up here. That's 32 units. We're just going to scroll down 1. Okay, and there is our line. So I'm going to just draw a little heavier with this. I'm trying to keep it. And come up and finish off that wall. There we go. Okay, and then we go across 14 plus the 7. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. Where do I meet that line here? Well, it's this line. Okay, so I'm going to look, and I'm going to say it's not perfect because it's not all perfect around. So I'm just going to draw a light line right there. And I'm just going to mark off following the bottom line, and then this mark here. There we go. Okay, so this way, very carefully, you can see there's just a couple little hash marks. So I'm going to go ahead and measure off from there. The first one's 14 feet. Okay, and then it comes to 7 feet. So I got my mark, it's 14 right there. And then from there, actually, you know what I'm going to draw is the construction line first. So I have something to follow along. Real lightly. And you can see the difference, let alone, I don't know if you can, the 8B to the HB, even when I try drawing hard, it's still nowhere near as hard as that. And I was pressing light there, pressing hard there. Okay, so there's 14 feet mark right there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my 7 mark right here. Okay, so now I'm going to come back, draw that line in harder. Okay, so there we go, and then it comes up 11 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up right here. And right there, see there's our mark, okay, and I'm going to just highlight that, and I'm going to go ahead, okay, there's a mark. I'm going to scroll up just a bit. Sorry. I'm just going to go to the paper's width and make another mark. And then another mark. And that's obviously more than I need. And I'm going to use my marks. Sorry, I'm standing on the right side, makes it a little harder. Something seems crooked. Let me double check that. That's in. Yeah, that one's off. That should have been right there. Okay. Okay. And I'm kind of curious if this line's coming up 90. So that's where the triangle is going to come in. Line it up at the bottom of the paper. I got 2 out of 3 dots, so I'm going to tell you one of my dots is off. And just real light, draw that upper part around the door. Okay, and that door, like I said, is 11 units. So there's 11 right there. Okay, and grab a darker pencil. Okay, so there's my 11. Now I need to come over 14 feet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bottom edge again. Okay, it's marked out at 19 on here. And I'm just going to move around. Actually, I'm going to put that first mark, which is right there. Okay, and I'm going to move in 19. 19. Even with the title block, I can just go to the bottom of the page. 19. Okay, so now I'm going to draw that light construction line. And now I'm going to measure out 14 units coming off of that edge. Okay, here's 14 units right there. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and draw that in dark. So that way it looks good. Oh, tore into my paper. There we go. Okay, now I need to match this up, and it should theoretically match those 2 points. So I could just go ahead, I'm going to draw it lightly first, make sure it looks good. As you notice how well I'm doing on drawing lines today. Okay, and there we go. So now I can go back with a heavier pencil. Okay, I'm going to actually go sharpen my pencil. Now I can draw that in nice and heavy. Draw that in nice and heavy. Okay, so there we go. There's our outline of the house. Okay, so let's go ahead and make into the bedrooms and build those in. So the bedrooms are literally just a continuation of that line. And look, there's that hash mark. Remember, it went 14 feet, and then it went 7 feet, and then another 14 feet. Okay? So my lines matched up, so it tells me I'm doing pretty good, even with a couple of screw-ups. Once again, I'm just going to draw lightly first. Look at it, make sure it looks good and everything's squared. I can grab now my hard lead pencil, not hard lead, sorry, the soft leaded pencil. Line up my lines and make a nice hard line there. Okay, now the only other one that we have is the bathroom, so why don't we go ahead and draw those walls and then we'll call it, okay? Now it's a 5 foot by 7. We know that's the 7, so we need to come down 5 feet. Or, sorry, I shouldn't use 5 feet because this is not an accurate scale. So 5 units. There's 5 units there. I'm still in the soft lead. That made a darker mark than I wanted. I'm coming off of this. Now I'm going off of this being squared. And I'm coming down 5. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and line those up real quick. Light pencil work. And light pencil work there. Okay, so that would be the bathroom. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and come back to a medium this time. So that way if I do need to erase it, because I'm going to have to add doors. So I'm just hitting it with a medium pencil so it stands out. There we go. Okay, so this is what I need to see when you guys are done this week. Okay, this is 14 feet, just like it says there. Okay, and then we have 10 feet, 2 foot, 10 feet. This is 11 feet. This is 33 feet. Okay, and this is just the same, 14 and 7 down. Okay, so there we go. That's what we have for our drawing this week. I know when I drew it, I drew out the kitchen cabinets and stuff like that, but, well, I'm glad you did. Sorry. It just, I went on drawing after class, and I kept having problems dealing with 4 sheets of paper. And so, after lots of deep thinking, I decided that I was going to go down to the school and see if we have any more drafting paper for you guys. And I found a whole nother stack, just like what we were using when you hand drew your kitchens. So that's why we went with that. So once again, thank you for coming along. Follow this video. Like I said, you can draw it on 4 paper. You can go down to the school, pick up that sheet, and draw it. You have until Saturday night to draw it. So today's Thursday, so that means you have today and tomorrow to go pick it up. The school's open until noon. If that's not possible, like I said, you can use poster board if you have any laying around. Heck, you can even get a piece of cardboard and cut it roughly to size. I'll tell you that size real quick, sorry. I have a close guess in my head, but let me give you the actual size. I'm using a tape measure. This piece of paper is 22 by 17. Yep. So you can get a piece of cardboard, cut it to 22/17, draw on that. You can get a poster board, or like I said, I have the drafting paper at the school. You just gotta go pick it up. So yeah, thanks for following along. This has been a lot of fun. We're gonna keep doing this all the way through. We're gonna draw this lake cabin. We're gonna draw all the blueprints, foundation, roof, all of it. So you could actually have engineer come inspect those blueprints and have them pass off, and then you have blueprints that you could one day build a basic little house that are certified. So, okay, that's where we're going to go with it. That's what we have today. So I need a picture of your work today. Just once again, I need it by the end of Saturday. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.